For the past 8 months, I've been flipping auction cars until I could buy my dream car, a BMW M4. Right now, we've managed to save up about $3,400 towards that goal, and every car I buy and sell is supposed to get me one step closer. Last episode, we bought this Audi A6 for around $2,000, hoping we could flip it for a profit. At first, things were looking pretty good.
We figured out it had a suspension issue, replaced the control arms,
and after a few weeks working on it, we finally got it to the alignment shop. Honestly, I thought we were in the clear. I thought we would be cleaning it up, listing it for sale, and getting one step closer to that M4. But that's not what happened, because the moment I thought the Audi was finally ready, it started throwing me problems I wasn't prepared for. All right, y'all, so we're in the Audi right now, and there's a little bit of a problem. The infotainment system is not working. So when I press the power button, sometimes the screen comes on and sometimes it doesn't. It can either be a fuse or it can either be the connection within the actual infotainment system itself is disrupted. Let's pray it's just a fuse so we don't have to remove everything in here. So let's see if we can actually change the fuse first and see if this actually comes on. Now we can see if the infotainment system is gonna work. It's coming on now. We're still getting the black screen of death. Oh, it's on. I think I did something. But then it turns off again.
Well, the fuse wasn't the issue. And honestly, that wasn't exactly what I wanted to hear. But at this point, I wasn't really worried about the radio. After replacing the control arm and finally getting the alignment done, I wanted to know if all that work was actually worth it. So I took it for a drive. All right, y'all, so we're test driving the car right now, and my first impressions after the alignment is completely square. I'm not noticing any deviation to the right or the left. In terms of how this thing actually rides, this thing is nice. I ain't even gonna lie. It has all the features you need, and man, I'm just happy this thing is nice and is good on the road. First gear pull! All right, let me chill out, Do y'all hear that supercharger, bro? Y'all hear that? Oh my God. I think I might like this a little bit too much, y'all. I might just keep it for myself. All right, let's get out a little bit. We almost got to 60 miles per hour right there. Hey, this thing can get up and go. And y'all, I'm a big guy. I'm about 6'3", and I feel like they made this car for people that's a little bit taller, because even me, I have this seat all the way back, and I also still have space in the back if anybody was sitting behind me. To me, this is the best bargain for any sedan you can get if you're looking for a larger sedan. Honestly, the Audi drove pretty good. And after everything we've already fixed, it finally felt like we were heading in the right direction. But there's still one problem, the radio. And at this point, I had a decision to make. Do I keep chasing down every little issue, or do I start getting this thing ready to sell? Because whether the radio worked or not, this Audi still needed to be cleaned up. All right, y'all, so it's time to empty out what's in the car. Obviously, whoever owned this car before us probably lived in it. We got a couple treats here in the back. We have this cap. I might just keep it for later. White grape ocean juice. Y'all let me know if this is good. I've never tried it. I've tried the one that's in a bottle, but I didn't even know you could get this in a can, my guy. We got a drill. We got another hat.
What if you try again?
The fuck? Why is my phone talking to me? I didn't tell you to speak. Microfiber towels, we can use those. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this stuff in the trash, and I'll get back to y'all whenever we start vacuuming the interior. I'd be lying if I said this car is not filthy, gang. But that's all right though. We're gonna get it right. All right, y'all, so we are at the car wash right now. Pretty much what we're gonna do is we're gonna give it a little wash. Like I said last episode, stop going to a regular car wash. Always come to a car wash where you can do it yourself, because it's always better when you do it yourself, and it's always much cheaper, you feel me? Let's go ahead and get this thing washed. I know y'all said last episode I gotta be gentle, so I'm gonna be gentle with it, but also I gotta speed up a little bit. Okay, we just put 2 more quarters in it. This thing is gonna look beautiful when I'm done with it. I've been seeing a lot of y'all in the comments. Y'all have been giving me suggestions on what I should do. I appreciate all the support y'all been giving me. When I first started this, you know, it was just a random idea that I had in my head that I thought would be something cool. I never envisioned you would wanna, you know, tune into this journey. If there's any suggestions that you have that I can improve on, just let me know. It's already looking better, y'all. All right, y'all, we got 20 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that. Oh my God.
Honestly, the Audi cleaned up pretty well. When I first bought this car at the auction, this is exactly how I pictured it. For the first time since buying it, it actually felt like the project was coming together. But there's still one thing standing in the way. All right, y'all, so since the radio is not working, what we're doing is we have our fuse tester. It turns out all the fuses right over here are good. So chat, I think what the problem is not the fuse. The fuses look good to me. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull this apart and see what's going on with the wires and see if we can patch it up from there. I actually removed everything just to see what the problem was, and I've been messing with it. What we gotta do is we have to buy a fiber optic tool to really see what's going on. Let me go ahead and order that fiber optic tool, wait for it to come in and see where we can go from there and see if we can get this radio fixed. All right, y'all, so it's about 2 weeks later since we have actually found out the issue with the radio. But in the meantime, look what just arrived. So in the meantime, we actually found out why the radio wasn't working. It was actually the receiver that wasn't working on the radio. So what we have now is we got the car all the way over there, and my mechanic's just gonna look at it, put this receiver on, and see if that Audi radio system is actually good. But yeah, we got this receiver. I'm just gonna give it over to my mechanic and let him deal with that. And honestly, y'all, I'll be lying if I said I'm not a little bit drained with how the process has been going. You know, off of the last episode, if you've seen the last episode with the Chevy Cruze, we actually got that car out pretty quick. But sometimes it's not always gonna go like that to where you can just flip a car that quick. Sometimes it takes a little bit more care to actually get it going. So, you know, I'm a little bit fatigued, but hopefully with us fixing this Audi to a condition to where even the owner will like it whenever they get it, hopefully by us putting a little bit more work into this Audi, you know, it pays off. And that's the frustrating part about flipping cars. People see the finished product, but they don't see the hours spent chasing problems like this. And honestly, this was one of those moments where I had to stop and ask myself, how much more time do I want to keep putting into this car? Because at the end of the day, my goal isn't to build the perfect Audi. The goal has always been to flip cars until I can buy my dream car. And every extra day this Audi sits, it's another day I'm not moving forward to the next flip. So for now, I'm calling it here. The suspension is fixed, the alignment is done, and the car drives great. It looks a whole lot better than the day I bought it. But we still have one problem left to solve. So the question is, do I keep chasing trying to fix this radio? Or is it finally time to put the Audi up for sale and move on? I guess we'll find out on the next episode.